breaking news.
We start right now at 5 with that breaking news tonight. There is more trouble for former New Britain Mayor Erin Stewart. The Attorney General now investigating a charitable foundation in the mayor's name and how money was handled.
We first told you about this story on the WFSB app with this push alert just before 2 o'clock. That's when we learned the Connecticut Attorney General had launched an investigation into the matter. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, was the one who broke this news. She is live at the state capitol in Hartford with the latest tonight. Susan.
Erin, the number of investigations into former Mayor Erin Stewart continues to get even bigger. Now the Attorney General has joined the list of investigations into Erin Stewart. This one was sparked by the same charity with two different accounts. And now the AG wants answers. Former New Britain Mayor Erin Stewart is currently being investigated by the FBI, the state police, and now Connecticut's Attorney General. The Attorney General and the Department of Consumer Protection are both looking into the former mayor's handling of money from the Mayor's Trophy Charitable Fund. They became suspicious when they found two funds with the same name. One was managed by a foundation, the other was a checking account. Attorney General William Tong has sent a letter to Erin Stewart, the Community Foundation of Greater New Britain, and M&T Bank. Tong says, "You are hereby commanded to produce all documents in connection with the Mayor's Trophy Charitable Fund and the possible handling of and accounting for charitable gifts." These accounts came to light in an independent investigation, which was started by the city's current mayor, Bobby Sanchez. The Little Poland Festival has benefited from the Mayor's Trophy Charitable Fund. Adrian Barron does the marketing for the festival. This is his reaction to the latest investigation.
It is disappointing. She was somebody that was, supported a lot of community events, a lot of our efforts in revitalizing neighborhoods and things like that. So this news is disappointing.
We reached out to Erin Stewart's attorney. We have not heard back yet. We also reached out to M&T Bank. They did respond. They say they have received the subpoena and they are reviewing it. Now, coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, Stewart is also being investigated for something else, and that is misuse of her city-issued credit card, spending lots of money on personal expenses. But is it enough to avoid criminal charges? Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3, live at the state capitol in Hartford.
All right, Susan, thank you.